We gon' ball forever and forever straight out the mother. Nobody, now you know nothing bad. I won't deny it. If you can be mine, we won't shine. None of my friends speak, you're trying to win. None of my friends speak, you're trying to win.
All right, everybody, welcome to the channel. Today, got something very, very exclusive for the moment. It is February 2026. We acquired this, I want to say, about a month ago. And this is the IWI Jericho 941 F ORP. Look at that. All right, this is a double action, single action firearm. Came with two 17-round magazines, 9mm, of course. Okay. And this is the newest version from IWI. It features some things that are upgrades from the previous model. I do have a IWI Jericho 941, the one previous to this, the all metal one. I'll show that here in a second. But it comes equipped with the optics ready mount. It has serrations on the front, which the other models did not have. It features an extended mag release. It is outfitted, well, actually it fits the Shadow 2, CZ Shadow 2 grips and raised sights here. Okay, so let's see what we get in the actual case. We are going to get a gun lock, the plates for, I believe it's going to be the Delta Point Pro and the RMR, and I'll take one of these out here for you. As you can see, it comes with the rear sight already attached. It looks like it's fixed. Yep, it's fixed, and that's perfect for me. I love to have rear irons, and of course the hardware is included for those plates. You have a manual, which is off to the side, and you get a keychain, and it looks like a sticker in there. I'll open that up. There's a sticker. I will be utilizing that because we love our stickers. Okay, so I'll grab this. I'll get this box out of the way. And there's the firearm. So while you're taking a look at that, I'll go ahead and get the previous model that I have. And I did some modifications to the finish, the finish on this this older model here. And of course, this is just your standard Jericho 941. This came in black. I'll put some photos up. And all I did was change the grips and took the finish off, the original finish off. I polished it. It's not plated, it's just a lot of elbow grease. And this is my baby. Absolutely love this thing. So there's a brand new spring in there as well. That's why it's a little heavy. I have to do quite a bit of work to this thing to get it to look the way it looks. It was in bad shape when I bought it, and I had to kind of restore it back to its original luster. And then, of course, I had to put my own spin on things. So that's that. So we can put these side by side, and you can see there are some differences here. The slide stop is a little bit more pronounced on the original. Here, it's a little bit more flush fitting on the new one. The thing right off the bat is going to be the most noticeable, rather, is going to be the serrations on the slide there. You've got some extended safeties, and the original is a single side safety, while the new one is ambidextrous. So that's pretty cool. The extractors look to be about the same. And what else? Obviously, this one is not optics ready. It came with some fixed sights here. And the triggers are much different. You've got the standard curved CZ style double action, single action trigger. And then you have a more flattened trigger here for the ORP. Okay. Original magazines, okay, for the IWI Jericho 941, as you can see. All right. And it is stamped IWI. Okay. And it will actually fit in the new pistol perfectly fine. We get lock back. So if you have an original 941, then you can still utilize your factory magazines. I have a Canic TTI magazine here that will fit, but you don't get lock back on it. It will run the rounds, but it won't lock back on the last round. Okay, and that's the extended mag. And then the TTI flush fitting mag does also run in here as well, but no lock back. Okay, we'll get these out of the way. And then, of course, your original mags for your ORP will also run in your previous generation Jericho. Okay, and you do get lock back with that one as well. All right, so that's pretty good. I mean, I have a lot of guns, and so whenever I can get magazines that run in different platforms, I'm a happy guy. Okay, so we'll get this one out of the way. All right, so I do plan on outfitting this. I do plan on outfitting this this new ORP. However, I'm not going to do any really major changes, so I'm not going to, redo the finish or anything like that, only because this firearm is very hard to procure at the moment. And so when they start to make more and more become available, then I'll start doing my gun shield magic to it. But I do have some things here that I've already began to purchase for this firearm and this upgrade. So eventually this double action, single action firearm is going to be single action only. So I went out and purchased some parts from Patriot Defense. I have the optimized trigger return spring. I bought a couple of those, and I also have a couple of the optimized sear springs. Those are reduced power. And I bought the Patriot Defense optimized firing pin spring as well. We have a Eric Groffel hammer spring here, and that's going to be 13 pounds. I'm not really sure what the poundage is or the weight for the ORP, but if I'm going to change it to single action only, then I'm going to kind of mix and match stuff, see what works better. That's part of the fun about having a new gun and customizing it. You get to play around with it and see what works. And then for the trigger, I purchased the Extreme trigger, the single action. It's semi-flat. and it's going to be a Tanfoglio. Let me see if I can take this out for you. That's one thing about these Jerichos. Some parts are, here's the trigger. Some parts are CZ, some parts are Tanfoglio, and you kind of, got to mix and match things to get the firearm to where you want it to go. I don't know if there's like a if there's like a cheat sheet, if you want to change this part, it's CZ. If you want to change that part, it's Tanfoglio. I don't know if anything like that exists. I just read a lot of forums, and I'm a part of a very large gun group, and so we kind of bounce ideas off of one another, and that's how I end up getting the parts. Okay, so eventually, like I said, that's going to be single action only. I do have a Shadow 2 magwell that will be going on this. It's already been fitted, so just to give you a sneak preview of what that's going to look like. This thing took me hours upon hours to fit. This, like I said, this is a Shadow 2, a CZ Shadow 2 magwell, and it doesn't fit the gun right out of the box. You have to do some filing and some fitting. And let me go ahead and take off the grip. And these grips, by the way, they suck. I don't like them. I have sweaty hands. I live in Texas, and I sweat quite a bit. And so having grips that actually allow me to shoot the firearm without my grip slipping off is super vital and important to what I do on a day-to-day basis, which is run a firearms training business. And so when I picked this thing up in my hands, I knew immediately that I was going to have to change those out. Not a big deal, okay? Not a big deal. It's just personal preference. All right. And so here are those grips. I'll put the magwell on for you. Okay, and then that's the way that's going to look. And so as you can see, I've already fit that in there. The mags work, lock back, and that looks pretty damn spectacular if you ask me. So here's the way it would look with a TTI mag. Okay, so I'm already getting prepared. This firearm is going to go through quite the bit of transformation. I'm going to end up going with a Crimson Trace light laser combo. This particular one came on another firearm. I took that off because I knew I was going to utilize it for this firearm. So we'll have that going on. We'll also have some G10 grips to match the other Jericho right there. And it'll look something like this. And again, these have already been fit. So I already fit the magwell to the gun, and I've already had the grips trimmed down to fit the magwell. So I mean, that's going to look pretty spectacular. It's going to look pretty awesome. Okay, so we've got that, and the red dot that I chose for this project is going to be the Osight C. Okay, the RMR footprint. If you've seen my previous videos, then you know that I am a super big fan of the circle dot. And so it's easier for me to shoot with the circle dot faster. And so from now on, all the red dots that I purchase will be the circle dot. So that's what everything looks like. I mean, this is what we're going to do. And stay tuned for the transformation of this firearm to what I would consider to be the ultimate Jericho. And yeah, so I know that the extended mag release could potentially fit the Shadow 2. I do not own a Shadow 2, so I cannot verify that for sure. But I'm pretty sure that you can swap that out if you change the colors of your firearm and things like that. I mean, I know eBay has quite a bit of these available when I was doing my shopping. So if that's something that you would want to do, I'm pretty sure it's just as easy as popping out that screw, putting in the Shadow 2 button, and then you can customize your button that way. Also, if you are really wanting one of these, you're going to have to you're going to have to go through quite a bit right now. You can sign up for IWI's, I believe it's called a PSP program, and that's for like law enforcement, military. If you have those types of credentials, I'm sure they would allow you to purchase the firearm from them. How long it will take to actually get to your FFL, I'm not sure. I purchased this one online. I just so happened to be at the right place at the right time. I saw it. I bought it. Rest is history. Okay. I am very, very fortunate, very lucky to get my hands on this thing and, have it for review for you guys. So sit tight. I am going to grab the trigger pull gauge and we will get some trigger weights and we'll go from there. All right, stay tuned. Okay, now we're back. So let's go ahead and get some trigger pull weights on this guy. So I do have a trigger pull gauge I picked up off of Amazon. This one seems to work much better than the Wheeler or the Lyman that I used to have. And so, well, that I still have, but I no longer use. So let's get a single action trigger pull here. And let's see what we get. So single action. Make sure I'm in the frame here. Single action. We're looking at 3.52 ounces. Okay. Get another one here. .50 ounces. So pretty consistent. Let's do double action now. Let's see what that double action is pulling. I've got 11.94. One more. And 11.44. And so you can see that is a very, very stout double action pull. And that's one of the main reasons why I am going to go with single action. I mean, it's very smooth though. I mean, it doesn't stack. You can stage it here and then pull. So, I mean, it's very smooth. I like it. If I were not going to do anything else to this firearm, I would leave it. It feels really good. But that's single action. There's the take up. There's the wall. And it just breaks. Okay. There's your reset. There's your break. One more time. Reset. Break. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay, so that is the unboxing and quick review of the IWI Jericho F ORP. Brand new, came out in October of last year. Like I said, this is February of 2026. And these things are super rare in the wild. so fortunate to be able to bring this unboxing to you guys. This is the Gun Shield TV. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for part 2, where we actually do some shooting on this thing, and then we'll outfit it with the single action, the red dot, the grips, the mag well, and we'll really put this thing through its paces and show you just what you can do with this firearm. All right, guys, take care.